Hello and welcome back to my channel, and tonight we are covering that beautiful card, the Three of Cups, continuing our journey through the Rider-Waite tarot deck. And so here we are with our beautiful borderless Rider-Waite version of the Three of Cups. Three of Cups shows three girls dancing and raising their cups in a celebration. It looks as if it's late summer or an autumn harvest. We can see that on the ground the three girls are dancing amongst those harvested fruit and vegetables. Harvests are a time to celebrate our ability to sustain ourselves through the winter months. So it brings about the fact that we can gather and have wealth, abundance, and life itself through that nutrition. A harvest brings ripeness, richness, and vibrancy to life. I am going to show you some keywords now. So this is this card. We've got lots of mini harvests in our life, haven't we? We get things like monthly wages, weekly wages, promotions, engagements, marriages, christenings, gatherings, a new job. So this card of celebrating all of that. A day off, a night out, anything which works towards happy results and being happy again. And as I said, birthdays, perfect time to celebrate. The pumpkin at the bottom of the right side of the card is symbolizing growth and abundance, a sign of prosperity and good luck. By its side is a bunch of grapes, which is a symbol in itself of abundance and also rebirth. This can bring happiness, especially when it's turned into wine. The apples behind the girls, which have fallen to the ground, show that this is temptation, a time to have fun. And so there's ripe fruits and vegetables, bringing with them the joyful, beautiful energy of celebration and the rewards that we get from life, and the things in life that make us want to sing, dance, gather with friends and our loved ones so that we share that joy. So scattered on the ground, they show an excess of happiness, a time where there's more than enough to be shared with everyone. So this is where we get parties from, gatherings, birthdays, celebrations, amidst being with the people that we actually want to celebrate with. Now, if we look at the women, we can't see the faces of all of them, but they're showing us different stages of life. We've got the maid, the mother, and the crone. There is one woman that's dressed in white. She's the one that's probably the youngest and the most naive and the least experienced, and the one that's innocent, because white is a symbol of innocence and purity. So she'll be enjoying the party for its sake, drawn into the socialization of it all. She's got beautiful grapes dangling from her hair, decorated with some vine leaves showing her youth, and her hair is long. And she's holding up her cup, the highest, you can see that, and thoroughly enjoying life's situation because she's got freedom, youth. How wonderful. The woman in the orange-yellowy dress shows that she's sincere. She's wearing vine leaves and grapes in her hair, although just at the back. And that's showing that she is not quite as youthful and she's not quite as frivolous. So she's holding a bunch of grapes in her left hand, which is showing that this is symbolic again of abundance. We've got blue shoes there, showing that she's thinking ahead to next year's harvest, and how is she going to maintain this happiness? In some versions of this deck, you're going to get all sorts of different coloured hair, things like blonde hair, which is a bit like the Empress card, which would be symbolic of beauty, fertility, and love. In certain decks, it's a fiery orange, which is a little bit like this card, showing passion and drive. Someone that's invested in the success of being a happy celebration. It both shows her emotionally invested in the growth and the continuation that she's making into this celebration because she's got flushed, rosy cheeks. Can you see that? And that's showing that her physical well-being contribution is happiness. There's a third woman with dark strawberry blonde hair whose face we cannot see, and she's wearing a reddish sort of burgundy robe and what looks like a reddish sort of dress. Her clothes show that she has a lot of ambition and enthusiasm. She's very determined. It shows by her dress that she's in a position of power and that she might be in charge of the success that she's now enjoying. There's a red cloak that's adding to this, which is bringing that drive, that determination. And she's wearing yellow shoes, which are a sign of great confidence. In some versions of this deck, they can be brown. Yeah, mine are yellow. I've got so many decks. I always need to check which one we're actually looking at. If it's brown, it shows that she's grounded. If it's yellow, it shows that she's confident. The last two women's cups are about the same height. If you look at the image on the right here, and that shows a mutual celebration, joint efforts, a happy understanding of what's brought them all together. So now is the time to enjoy all the fruits of their labour. And they're dancing and they're forming a triangle, which is a triangle is a symbol of life, bringing balance and cycles of growth and manifestation to the actual scene. Because there are three women, we've got that harvest that's telling us it's more creative for the future. That three represents they're confident that there's going to be several creations and that they can continue to keep future harvests. But right now, they're actually just saying, let's sing, dance, and be merry. Enjoyment is being shown because life is shared with others and problems are feeling completely resolved. Experience is a great teacher, and this card shows us that it's good to release pressure, particularly when we have fun with joint effort. It's a card that reminds us that we need to bring a time to enjoy life and its efforts and the company of being able to enjoy being with those that we want to celebrate with and who are around that part of our life where we feel success. Faith is being rewarded by the physical enjoyment here, and smiles are always assured. So now's a time of harmony and feelings of connection with other people. And while the future is considered here, the here and now is the focus. So we've got the number 3. The number 3 is growth, creativity, productivity. And so this is about spending time with friends and being with loved ones, party time. It's a one-to-one maybe with a friend, or for us to have a gathering, to celebrate, to enjoy, to relax, to let your hair down, just like the card's saying, and enjoy the company of others and rejoice as we share that experience. Because this is all to do with anything that connects with celebrations. 3 of Cups, a little deeper. It brings us celebrations and social events. It's where we feel happiness in the air, and where we spend that time in that relaxed enjoyment of people who care about us and who we care for. It's a time to savor the moment. We celebrate what we've gained, what we've given, what we've achieved. And the 3 of Cups shows that we will enjoy ourselves with close family, friends, even colleagues. So this might even include engagements, the office party, Christmas party, the passing of exams, or just a good old lunchtime glass of wine with a friend, birth of a child, a birthday, a victory, the achievement of something, getting a job or qualifying for a career. It's a time for us to eat, drink, and be merry. This card reminds us that we need to enjoy ourselves occasionally, and like the card shows, to actually be relaxed and to meet with loved ones, take time out, take time off, reconnect, help others, share time with those that we love and care for. This card also gives us time to feel confident and happy, which leaves us feeling generous and warm towards ourselves and each other. So it's very much about that celebration where we can all meet without any issue, no barriers, because at the celebration, it's all about having fun. And personal relationships, when this card comes up, become much more intense, much more exciting. And it shows, if we're looking at this in a relationship, that the relationship's going very well. And it's in its honeymoon stage, full of fun, intimacy, because it's still very new. And the Three of Cups can represent our personal appearance. It might be something where we change our image, buy new clothes, where we adorn ourselves, where we've dieted, where we've exercised, or where we've changed our hairstyle, or especially if it's done with friends. So it can be about the change of one's appearance, where we make that transformation and we celebrate it. And we can enjoy this by saying, I'm going to put my glad rags on, I'm going to go out, put my best face on, and I'm really going to go out and celebrate and have some fun just because. So the Three of Cups is a card of celebration and friendship. It's about emotional growth, development, weddings, toast, friends, celebration, gathering or get-togethers, reunions, that's another one, reunions, reconciliation even, socializing, parties, festivities, indulging, happy times, teamwork, rewards of that teamwork, harvesting. It's also about emotional growth and development. And as we move from that Two of Cups, when we move from the Two of Cups and enter into the Three, it's about we're celebrating that connection. Remember, the Two of Cups is very much about connecting with somebody that we'd like, somebody that we've got that mutual attraction for. And there's laughter, music, a buzz, a sense of lively chatter. And we all look around and see that these women are dancing. They feel so good. So they're also toasting something of some kind, raising their cups above each other's head. And that appears to be that they are in the center of attention and all eyes are focused on them. One of them might be in a position to be the one that's celebrated, or it might be all three of them, we don't know. And so they're dancing in a circle, and we can see the faces of all but one of them. And we've said that their hair is decorated with flowers, and hair is loose, which is a liberating, freeing situation, which is saying exactly that, not saying, let your hair down. And one of the ladies appears to be slightly different to the rest because her cup is higher. And as they're dancing, they are surrounded by the fruits of that harvest, the grapes, the pumpkins, the apple, all strewn on the floor because the fruits of their labor. And maybe this is just about, hey, you know what, we've grown all this and all that hard work has paid off. Getting up early each morning and tending to the land and all the hard work that they've put into that. This is where they're celebrating, socializing, enjoying merriment and joy. And this card links very heavily to the Empress. It's about being valued. It's about adorning oneself. It's about beautiful things. Life is very simple. Depends on your perspective and how you choose to actually gild the lily, as it were, an expression which means adorn yourself with what pleases you, what resonates with you. It might be your favorite perfume, it might be a bubble bath, whatever it is. that you're celebrating. A glass of wine, a glass of champagne, fish and chips, whatever it happens to be. But it is really about not just the whole process to get you there to celebrate in a gathering. So you're not just celebrating on your own. It's about being in a group where everyone is in agreement that this is success. If we look, those three cups are in an upright triangle, and that tells us that this has been creative and that something has grown and developed really well. So they might have all collaborated and joined forces to work on an immensely successful project. Maybe they've won an award for something. This is modern day times. Even though these images speak to us, it still applies to our lives. Sometimes when we draw this card, there's a tendency to want to overdo it, to a little excess, to overindulge. And although it's a positive card, it's very much talking about our friendships and our gatherings and our groups, maybe our network. It's seen as an intensely feminine card because there's three females in it. But of course, it does still represent male friendships and bondings together. And it highlights the importance of our friendships and the need to get together occasionally. Got to be reminded that life is too busy, too much going on, too much duty, too much work, too much responsibilities. But it's good to celebrate, good to actually say, that was wonderful. I'm having a beautiful time. So it's a positive card of growth and development in all areas where we emotionally can actually signal to ourselves it's a time to enjoy. Looking at the clothing again, one of the women is dressed entirely in red, which means she might be the one that's been the driving force here behind the success or the celebration, because red is very powerful. Even her undergarments are red, and it's two shades of red there if you look. And so this tells us that this is somebody, and if we're reading this card, it could apply to the person that we're reading for, as somebody who's very ambitious and who could get a little bit ruthless if things don't go their way. She's fired up with enthusiasm because their colours are eagerness, enthusiasm, and being motivated. And it's also that connection that she's genuinely warm and joyous. And so she's also got white undergarments, and that tells us that her heart is in the right place, that she's operating on pure motives and good intentions. There is a woman dressed in white who's innocent, and that's the one that's probably naive. And she's been included into this group because it suits the situation. It could be a rite of passage even. The Three of Cups can be seen as the card of feast, or even of having multiple choices, because it's party time when this card comes up, and it's a time for us to be able to catch up with old friends. Depending on the surrounding cards, it might be gathering or something to celebrate, like christenings, graduations, passing driving tests, where there's plenty of food and drink, dance, music going on. It's a card, as I said, that we've got to make sure that we are supporting our joy and happiness with others, and that we have to have a good time. It urges us to remember that and to seek out that friendly company deliberately. Surround yourself with people that make you happy. Remember to be kind and supportive to your friends, to make time, to make the effort, to meet them regularly. This often comes up when it's Christmas and birthday, suggests an engagement, those kind of things, significant to growth, happiness, people where they are celebrating, maybe their relationship is developing, something of that nature. Doesn't always have to be that we've got to put it into a context of the traditional sort of marriage or engagement cards. You might, as a couple, have something really significant to announce. It might be you found a home together, you and your partner are actually thinking about making that kind of bond or that kind of commitment, or that you've decided to make it official so that there are boundaries in the relationship. When this comes up in a career, it shows that the celebrations for anything that's been applied for, particularly if it's a job, if it's you are looking to actually get qualifications in your career, again, card of celebration, success. And it also shows that it looks as if it leads on to teamwork, where it works beautifully and happily with other people. So this could be celebration after a successful study period or a project, or maybe a launch or a project where you've been involved heavily with a team working together. And if you're considering taking a job, it suggests that's really emotionally beneficial to you. You stand a chance of being extremely happy with your choice because the company has excellent growth potential and it's motivating to be around your workmates. If you've been looking for a job for a long period of time and been unsuccessful, and this card comes up, this would indicate you get several offers because there's multiple choices, as I said, where you'd be able to choose lots of things that actually just make us feel good. So keywords, celebration, friendships, creativity, collaboration. These women are dancing in a circle and raising their cups high, toasting their joy and celebration. They're looking at each other with appreciation, honor, respect, and they're bound by some sort of emotional connection with their friendship. So this is a card of you or your friends lifting each other up and celebrating your unique contribution to this collective, this group. And if we look with the ground being layered with those flowers and fruits and pumpkins, it symbolizes that there is goodness in life, not just the harvest. It's a thing of saying, you know what, the universe is supporting you right now. The Three of Cups, as we know, is a card of celebration, sisterhood, creative collaborations, and everyone's supporting you and you supporting them. And that helps your growth and lift you to higher levels of success. And celebrating with camaraderie and being able to stick together when things get tough, through thick and thin. We're always there for one another, and to navigate relationships and careers in different life journeys. The Three of Cups appears in a tarot reading when you're encouraged to gather around your friends, have a good time, to celebrate, talk, laugh, share, create. Okay, I'm just going to remind you all that there's a podcast of this whole 78 Rider-Waite cards. We're going through them, so let's have a look at that. So there is the podcast, Learn Tarot, as you can see, and you've got all of the card, which starts off from the very beginning of the major arcana. So if you're interested in learning tarot, no better deck to use than the Rider-Waite, as you can see here. There's many different kinds of Rider-Waite based decks. It doesn't matter which one. And here we go. You'll find it on my YouTube channel, which is Tarot with Anne-Marie. If you subscribe, you'll be able to know when we're going live or to be able to look at the podcasts, and be lovely to have you. Back to our Three of Cups. It's a card of feeling togetherness, of a group setting where we're able to share, give, receive, reciprocate, support, compassion, friendship for each of your needs from one another. And that's important, isn't it? Any questions, anybody? The energy is high when you get this card because it means that we are doing some amazing things together as a team. And the Three of Cups indicates a really pleasant period. Even a holiday season, vacation, friends, and it's the opportunity to let your hair down and forget about all your daily commitments, obligations, and all the stress. Instead, it's about spending quality time with friends and family and enjoying yourself. So this is a card that's inviting you to collaborate with others. Hello. All right. So this is about inspiring one another to reach new heights, collectively working towards your common goal. Maybe you're students, maybe you're doing an online course, and you're able to do it for the greater good of others. And by reaching out and banding yourself together, like we're doing here, you'll achieve a great deal. The Three of Cups, that beautiful, positive energy. It also could be very much a card of celebrating in a way of giving thanks and gratitude and just being graciously grateful. The Three of Cups is a creative card because it's the number 3. And of course, the cups relates to the element of water, and that's all about our emotions. We are in the sign of Cancer at the moment until 21st, 22nd of July. And the Three of Cups suggests that it's a card that reminds you to have fun. And that can be where you're pursuing something of allowing your creative outlet, such as art, dance, your environment, you're growing things, or it's a hobby of yours, or whatever it is that helps you relax to do your thing, where you find peace and where you find joy in something that you need to do for you. And usually connects with other people. And that might be the teacher, the student, or the fact that our friends, our families even. So it's a great way to connect with others and to assess and get feedback about all of your creative abilities. So we've got career, work, and finances as well, then we come up with this card. So if it was a work-related reading, the Three of Cups represents harmony and being able to be in an environment that's joyful, happy, where you like going to work because you're having fun with your colleagues, you're engaged in your work. So sometimes people say to me, oh gosh, is this job going to be good for me? Well, looking beyond whether or not they're going to get the job, whether they're going to get the interview, and there are cards for that, and whether they're going to be successful in the interview, nip over onto the YouTube channel, and then you can go through all of the cards if you're learning tarot. That's what it's all about, to go through the card. We're not doing readings, we're actually showing you how to read this card so you can be the reader. That's what it's all about. We're here to support that. Or if you are already a reader, give meat on the bone to dive deeper, 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 and to actually know as much as you can very quickly, like this, in one place. I know how hard it is searching for information, and I've collated this over 30 years where I've been teaching people and giving them the essential meanings so that they can connect with that card. And once you've got all of this in mind, you don't have to say everything we've just said. I keep saying this, but I'm giving you every possible example. And when you've got your spread out, you'll be able to connect that and pull that together so you can do your reading instead of going, oh, it looks like having fun. That's it. That's not enough, is it? Oh, I think they're happy. It's got to be more. Got to be able to talk. Maybe you're past exams, maybe this. Maybe you're having fun at work. Going back to this, if it comes up in our career, work, or finances, it's a time to actually appreciate that you're not working on overload right now, and there's plenty of downtime. So that's important. I can't wait until I've got that coming up in my life in the next couple of weeks, I hope. Even if work's a bit busy, you're enjoying it so much you're not noticing. Maybe the long hours or the demanding schedules, simply because you've got that feeling of connecting with your social networks and maintaining your relationships with others while you're doing it. So you've got that sense of giving to yourself and not missing out, that sense of satisfaction. So often a new job gets found not through job boards, but it's being connected. So this is a card of networking. Yeah. Lots of people that I read for actually are in network group, paid ones where they really support each other, recommend each other, boost each other, promote each other. And there's great friendships and romances that are born of that. And they become very creative, and word spreads because it multiplies. So that's another great example of what this card means, networking. It's that statement that people come out with. It's not what you know is it's. So if this comes up for finances, shall we say, it's a time to avoid being too attached to the responsibilities of money. You've got to go with the fact that life is full of abundance, and that, yeah, your needs need to be met, but to let your hair down, splash out a little. As I said, treat yourself. So that you, when I say treat yourself, towards an event. So it's about focusing on spending time getting ready and wearing something that you feel marks the occasion. Your new outfit for a wedding or a christening or a graduation, or wearing that beautiful outfit that you don't wear very often and making the most of that because you just feel like it. It will completely change your outlook. The minute you actually walk around in something that makes you feel good and makes you feel special, doesn't matter what it is. Let your hair down like the girls have. In those days, it would have been dangerous perhaps to have their hair hanging loose while they're working because of what they're doing. Just safety, from a safety aspect. It's a time to focus on spending quality time with your friends, your family, and not be concerned about where money's coming and going right now. Forget that. If we're looking at this card as a person, the Three of Cups personality, not hard to actually imagine. The card is so lovely and colourful, isn't it? They are colourful characters. They are totally a joy to be around. They are collaborative, motivational, happy souls, compassionate, supportive, there for you. And this is a person who will have that closeness with you. And not necessarily two best friends. That's more the Two of Cups that we did last week. This is about being able to connect with you and your people, to be able to say, oh, I can join you in your family, or I can join you in your workmates, this kind of thing. They are quite flexible and very good in their attitude. It's almost like everything with them is positive because their glass is half full. Three of Cups personalities are often found having fun regardless. They're always smiling and they're always engaging with other people. Don't forget that's what it's about. It's about the fact that they are creatively. I love socializing. They're very good at it. And probably incredibly entertaining. The life and soul of being able to bring people together. Not the life and the soul of the party, but life and soul of being able to bring a gathering together. It's different. It's about being able to share. This is a card of really sharing and putting that into perspective. They're quite sensitive. Water signs in the time of Cancer. So if you're trying to put something together, think of it like that. Think of the crab. sensitive, sensitive to other people's needs. If the crab sees you coming, they move sideways out of the way. Yeah. So it's, as a person, a very perceptive and empathetic to other people's needs. And that ensures they're always making sure that people are safe and well and happy, content, and that all their basic needs are met so that no harm comes to them. So lovely energies. They can also be on the social scene and indulge in lots of fun things, not necessarily just parties, but it might be people that have always got something for them. It's just something every day that makes them happy. That might be, oh, I've really loved this particular brand of water, so I treat myself. I have that once a day, or I have that brand of coffee. It's an indulgence. It's a bit like me. Every morning I have half an avocado and salad every single morning, unless there are no avocados, which isn't very often because I plan. But that's, yeah, it's simple, but it's pleasure. And it's pleasure that you're happy to share. And so, yeah, I share my salad and avocado with my family. They all get a little treat from that whenever they need to. So these are people that actually just enjoy the social scene and the activities that go with that. If this card comes up and it's about a question of relationships and love, then if it's somebody that's looking for love, it's a great time to focus on meeting new people and having joy in your heart and spending some wonderful quality time with close friends while you are in a place to enjoy that, relax with that, and enjoy that freedom. Because you know what, if you're in a relationship all too soon, if it's about the fact that you just met somebody, this is telling you it's a yes, it's going to work out well, it's going to be happy. But don't wish that time away from spending time with your friends and your family with a joyful, open heart, receiving all the new possibilities. If you recently started a new relationship, this is going to be fun. Spending time together with each other and their friends and your friends and their families and your families. It's just sharing. It's multiple choices in our life, multiple networking, all multiplying. Friendship, your friends, his friends, her friends, whatever it is, brings more. And it just works out that everyone's having a great time and enjoying each other's company when you're drawing this card. And don't wish your life away by looking at the worry of a long-term commitment. Just celebrate what you have. It's a card of celebration for the here and the now and the very things. It could be that you are in a flirtatious honeymoon stage if you're in a relationship, that you're just enjoying the fun side of it and the casual side of it and the friendship side of it. And you're just exploring where this is taking you and being spontaneous. If you're in a much more established relationship, Three of Cups again says that this is about rediscovering the fun in the relationship, that element that leaves us being able to just drop our normal routines and commitments. So if things have been difficult between you and your partner, this is a card of telling you that it's time to enjoy the good times again. This is a very beautiful card. It's also a positive sign that close friends are an excellent source of your happiness and providing you with great company. Spiritually, this is a card that suggests that you're in a great position to be able to look at your spiritual goals and pursue them in the company of friends, meeting new people, new friendships with similar interests. You might join a class or a circle, maybe a spiritual group, or something like mentioned earlier, one of your hobbies, where you actually connect with other like-minded individuals. It's on the same vibe as you. If we're looking at well-being, we don't do health because that can get you into all sorts of pickles because we are not doctors and no medical advice. So bear that in mind. Being is totally different. The Three of Cups, it just talks about having a boost to your well-being by possibly taking away the stress and engaging in much more fun and having social activities, even maybe saying, oh gosh, I'm going and have a glass of wine or coffee or an ice cream, walk around the park, just in a position of being able to enjoy the company of others without overindulging or overeating. So that's really what this is about. If you are experiencing quite a lot of stress in your life and you've been working incredibly hard and this card comes in, it's a message to take time out to recoup and to gain the support of your friends and family before you have to go back to that sort of reality. Sometimes that can cause us to be in a place where we need to reconnect and reprioritize the love and the support. You can do it for a short period of time, but not for a long period of time. So it's a reminder to reconnect with the people that we care about and have a good time without worrying too much about all of the consequences of that. These maidens dancing in a circle with their goblets raised in the air are celebrating their friendship. And they are also letting us know that the earth is abundant to us. It's a reminder of that the universe is supporting us in one way or another. That's what those plants and fruits and grapes is all about. It's a card of gatherings, good fortune, good company, and the abundance of the fruit and the blossoms and the grapes. And there's lots of different sort of pumpkins, you name it, down there. The symbols of abundance and prosperity throughout history. So we've got to remember that's there. The earth supports us, providing we work at it as a team. In that team, and we do it well, and that we can celebrate that harvest, that we can say it's a wonderful time to be joyous because we did it. It's a time of rejoicing. That we've got a happy conclusion in the undertaking, that it took great team effort. So the Three of Cups is about community, friendship, and camaraderie, and echoes the theme of celebration and friendships. And if you're reading for someone, and there's people, if this card comes up in their life that they're blessed with, they're genuine, supportive, and dependable. Their friends in this are very crucial in their lives. And when we get this card, the Three of Cups, it can suggest that we've got some deep bonds in our lives. And it's about really making sure that we take that time to wish ourselves well, to rejoice in our own successes. The pumpkin that's at the bottom right down, the bottom of this card, is good, which is symbolic for wellness, health, vigor, vitality in lots of different cultures, East and West. And the numerological number 3, of course, is creation, manifestation, and collaboration. Creating. 3 is the number of creating. It's about drawing the energy from the earth to bring that abundance to us and celebrating it. It's not just we got it and we turn around and go, We've got to be able to rejoice, to actually give feedback I'm always saying this to people. It's always important to give feedback. Even if it's not the greatest feedback, it's important because how do people know how it's going if you don't tell them? Networking, giving up wonderful energy. The earth energy comes from this card. Resources, let's not forget, it's the water energy of the cups. So it's all about our emotions. So the theme of the Three of Cups is plenty, plentitude. Beautiful card, no questions, usual. People, thank you very much for saying hello. For those of you that we normally see, hope you're well, and we look forward to seeing you soon. For me, I will see you on Tuesday, where we'll be looking at the Three of Cups and how to read it with other cards. Not doing a spread, we are just looking at how the Three of Cups, keeping the theme of the Three of Cups, can be read when you fuse it with another card. And that's always, in my case, using my technique, my signature course, which is a major and minor card. If you want to know more about that, you would need to pop onto my website, which I'll just show you very quickly. There you go. That's my website, tarotwithemmary.com. And on the top line now, you can see courses. All right. So, yeah, I do teach those. And you eventually end up being able to use this amount of cards to do a reading, which will provide you with everything you need to know. If you are interested in learning the courses, there are plenty, and we go through all of the cards, but then you run into how to do it. And that's where you can actually support yourself financially if you really want to be a tarot reader and give up the 9 to 5 and pursue your dream, make it happen. I did. You can too. And not only did I do it for myself, but I founded a company. So 250 people within no time at all were actually employed because we were providing that service with great people. And that's where I supported the readers and gave training to those that wanted to be readers. But I'm on my own now, Tarot with Anne-Marie. And yeah, I look forward to your company. Don't forget, please subscribe to the channel, simply so you don't miss anything. YouTube is a fantastic search engine, isn't it? And it provides us with the capacity to be able to label things and just find things in podcasts, playlists, people's channels, subjects, how to. Marvelous. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful week. Take care of yourself, each other.